Welcome back, Pioneers! Today, we're diving into a tool that promises to revolutionize how educators plan, teach, and assess. Edcafe AI. And with the spirit of AI, I've created a new avatar of myself to help with this collaborative video. Which, by the way, if you'd like to collaborate with me on a future video, please send an email to contact@readingpioneers.com. I love learning about your books, products, or services that help grow our educational community. But now, I would like to begin with a question for parents, teachers, administrators, and anyone interested in education. What is the hardest part about teaching? Maybe the content isn't grade or level appropriate. Perhaps you're building a curriculum that is old and outdated. How much time are you spending grading essays and assignments? Edcafe AI can help with these and many other issues, allowing you to focus on educating and teaching. I will demonstrate some of the features of Edcafe AI and show how easy it is to set up some of the prompts. But before we jump into the hands-on test, let's clarify exactly what this platform is. Edcafe AI is positioned as the next-generation AI platform, designed specifically for educators. It is a powerful AI toolkit intended to help teachers effortlessly generate and organize high-quality instructional and learning content using AI. It's built to be an interactive, student-facing AI that supports the full teaching cycle. This means it helps you with everything from creating and assigning content to tracking progress and feedback. Edcafe AI streamlines several core teaching responsibilities, including instructional planning, material generation, assessments, and even an interactive chatbot creation. Importantly, Edcafe AI is not just another simple text generator like ChatGPT. It goes beyond static content to deliver truly interactive, classroom-ready learning experiences. This is why the creators want it positioned as a complete teaching platform. We are going to explore some of the key features that make this platform unique. Are you ready to see how it works? Let's jump into the Edcafe AI dashboard. Okay, so we don't have any content made yet, so we're going to create our first AI content. And you can see here we have 3 different tabs for planning. We've got some teaching and learning materials and assessment. With planning, I think one of the most important parts is creating a good lesson plan. Starting off with the main page, one unique feature of Edcafe AI is that they have a YouTube tutorial on all of the different parts that they provide. So when you click on the YouTube link, you'll see a quick video on how to work with Edcafe AI and create your own lesson plan, which makes it very quick and easy to use when you want it to. But for this lesson plan, let's just type in a topic. And one of the topics that I really like is about social emotional learning. So I'm going to type a little prompt and any additional instructions. Let's say intended for grade 1 students in an ESL setting, because I am an ESL teacher. Let's search Google for different lesson resources and generate the lesson plan. I also want to point out, as this is generating the lesson plan, that the output language setting has very many languages, which can help with translating and assisting with multilingual students. But if we look quickly here, we have our building friendships, social emotional learning for grade 1 ESL. We have learning objectives, 10 vocabulary words, some questions for discussions, additional online resources, articles, YouTube videos, and worksheets, and then an actual lesson plan that is broken up with the opening, direct, guided, and independent practices, and a closing. If you wanted to, you could change the time restrictions and allow yourself to have a different style or different format to the way that you want to teach. We have some extension activities, such as using picture cards. Perhaps we want to do a role play friendship scenario, or even lead small group discussions about why friends are important. So, with this lesson plan, you have tons of ideas and content to use when planning for this lesson in the future. This is one of the things I really love about Edcafe AI because, as an independent educator, it's always difficult for me to think of how to plan a lesson and get all of the ideas for the practices, for the activities, and the content that is needed for this type of educational opportunity. So, what I'm going to do is just save this as SEL lesson plan in my library. Now, you could make this private for only yourself to see, but for now, I'm just going to keep mine public in case anyone wants to look it up. So now I have my SEL lesson plan. Then what I can do is go back to my library, and there it is for me to click on, and I can edit it, export it, or even share it. But let's go back to the beginning and let's create teaching resources. So we have social emotional learning for grade 1 students in an ESL setting. Again, there's a tutorial video that we can use, but we have articles, slide decks, videos, and worksheets. And when we create this teaching resource, what this does is it aggregates all of the content that's available online and provides it to you in this workflow where you can see all of the different articles that you can find online, different slide decks, usually PowerPoint, but you can also maybe find some Canva or Prezi presentations. You've got YouTube videos to help, and different types of worksheets. From the worksheets, you can see that they are all PDF files, which may lead to actual articles or research studies. But if I click on this one that says 101 ways to teach children social skills, it will open up the PDF file, hopefully. And this is an activity book. And we have a bevy of activities related to communicating, nonverbal communication, being part of a group, expressing feelings, and wow, so many different activities. Let's take a look at communicating. And we have my special interests, allowing members of the group to get to know each individual's unique preferences and experiences, skills about the group, hobbies. Okay, looks very interesting. So not only did I gain access to 101 new ways to teaching social skills, but then I can also apply videos into my lesson. I can take a look at some of these PowerPoint presentations. Some of them look like they could be good for either educators or even for students. And then there are articles to help you learn maybe the theory or the practice or methodology needed for this lesson. So we'll save this as SEL resources. Again, we'll save it. And then let's go to, maybe we should try something a little bit different. For me, as a reading pioneer, let's click on reading activity. Okay. And here's the prompt. I want to teach social emotional, let's give that the dash, learning to grade 1 students. Create a story of students in school who learn about some of the key skills related to SEL. Now I can add student level, so we'll do grade 1 to grade 2, output language, and this should be a fun and friendly story. for children. We'll just keep it simple like that. And then generate reading activity. And here we go. It's creating a short story that is intended for grade 1 learners. So if we look kind of quickly, we don't really see too many really big words. But if you're thinking, the content's too difficult, my students will need to learn all the vocabulary, well, we can add a vocabulary sheet. And now we have 10 vocabulary words with their grammar points and definitions. We can add quizzes of multiple choice, short answer, or even mixed. And let's say 10 questions. And with a mixed variety, you can see here, we have the questions, the answers, and even an explanation. We can add more questions or even add an audio. And we have these AI generated audio voices. So let's just go to Stacy. She's the first one. And listen to what she sounds like.
Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
And then we'll go to Adam.
The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Okay, we'll stick with Stacy and we'll generate an audio of the reading passage.
In Mrs. Lee's first grade classroom, the morning sun shone brightly through the big windows. Today was a special day because the students were going to learn about feelings and how to be kind friends.
One of the other things with the audio is you can change the speed. So if you are dealing with students that are maybe lower level or higher level, want to work on their listening skills, you can change the speeds and allow the students to have different ranges of the same voice. If you wanted, you could also add the links from the teacher's resources, your own pictures if you had any. And then when you're done, we can just save. And now that we have these 3 items all related to social emotional learning, I could put them into a folder. So we go to my library and then we click on the item and we move to the folder that we want. Okay, so we can go back. I probably should have made the folder first, but I wanted to show you how to create some of these items before we move everything. Oop, there we go. Okay, and there we have it. The last thing I want to do, because there's so many, I don't want to make this video too long, is there is a chatbot feature. Now, I don't have my own prompts or content, but the chatbot basically is like the AI assistants that you'll see on different websites. You'll add the content or the paper or the book that you want the students to be quizzed over, and this chatbot can act as a tutor or mentor, helping the student understand difficult themes, understanding some of the nuances, the vocabulary, and the content. You can even have students upload their assignments, and the chatbot can give feedback on their writing, their reading, and other forms of feedback that you find necessary. So for the chatbot, I definitely recommend checking out this video on how to create the AI chatbot with Edcafe AI. But for now, we're going to go back to the home, and my dashboard now has all of the content that I've made so far. It shows me what I've done today, so it keeps a history. And I think this is definitely something I'm going to be using to help create more content for my learners. Now, one of the things you may be curious about is the pricing for Edcafe AI. There is a free version that has very basic features, such as 100 monthly AI generations, 3 custom chatbots, assignment graders, 40 participants for quiz chatbot graders for assessments and your LMS, as well as being able to share QR codes, links, and the LMS. The free version is really good and may be the only thing you need from Edcafe AI. However, for the Pro or Premium, you get a lot more content and a lot more advanced models of the AI program. Now for my honest opinions. Edcafe is a great step towards allowing teachers like myself the tools necessary to help with creating materials and content that is tiered specifically for our students. Some of the AI generated content isn't perfect, as you saw with the resources that aggregates and compiles content from online resources. Some of the PDF worksheets are not actually worksheets, but instead articles, books, or even research papers that have some of those key words that you're looking for. Also, with creating the assessments, you have to be careful about what type of videos you use and the content that you upload. But I believe most of this could be fixed with the correct type of prompting to help simplify and specify exactly what you're looking for and trying to accomplish. I'm going to be using Edcafe AI to create more reading materials for my students, as it can be difficult finding content on my own for my students' needs and interests. Also, as a debate coach, I think having this content creator will allow me to create content that helps establish tiered levels of content, where low-level students will be given reading passages that are tiered for them and their level instead of just something that's tiered for their grade. I know it sounds like I'm rambling, but I'm really excited for Edcafe AI and the future that it will provide for educators like myself and hopefully you and your colleagues and coworkers. But I'd love to know what you thought about not only the video, but Edcafe AI in general. So please comment below your thoughts about the content, about Edcafe AI, and things you maybe want to see them create in the future. This is a promotional video, so I'm very thankful that they contacted me to share their materials and this platform with you all today. When you leave your comments, I'm positive they will see them and take them into consideration to help improve the AI platform. Thank you, pioneers, again for joining us today. Hopefully you learned a lot about Edcafe AI and its potential to help you as an educator, and I hope you visit their website, edcafe.ai, to learn more about their content, products, and their innovative ideas to help educators around the world. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, I hope you all have an amazing day. Bye-bye!